Does it every time. Alright. Let's do this. Live chat. Hey, Ronnie Brown. How are you doing, buddy? Ronnie, can you see me and hear me? See my hand, whatever? Can you give me a 5 by 5? Just trying to get set up here. I guess it's working. I don't think there's anybody in here yet, bud. Five by 5. All right, thank you. Hey, Chew. Hi, Chew, I should say. Trying to get this camera set up here where it won't move. That is the plan. Got me a bottle of water today, y'all. Ronnie, how you been doing, bud? You been doing okay? I was going to leave the dogs outside, but started thundering, and the border collie had to come in because he's deathly afraid of thunder. And he is the older dog, and when the older dog comes in, and this Ripper can find something to chase, he'll usually follow. Alright, let's see. I'm doing good. Hope you're well. I'm good, man. I'm very good. Trying to get my ducks in a row over here to do this live stream. Talk, chit chat with the community, which is one of my favorite things to do. Wipe off my big magnifying glass. It's got dust all over it. That's better. All right. Well, we got 4 likes and 3 people. That's good. Maybe we'll get some folks in here in a minute. Last week, the live stream was kind of slow, but I think it's because of the Charlie Kirk situation. It was unfolding. Chew, Chew, how are you? How you doing, Chew? I decided to go with some of my favorite notes this time in the setup. I just got this one yesterday, this South Carolina, state of South Carolina. It's a pretty deal. I got that one yesterday. So I thought I'd put it out there. Getting into the old currency just a bit. So that's my problem. I tend to get into collecting everything. 2 people in the house. Maybe we'll pick up a few more. Maybe. So I saw a story today. I think it was Tim Cast or Tim Pool, whatever his name is, saying that a lot of Democrats, or a lot of the moderate Democrats are leaving the Democrat Party. So that gave me a little hope for today. My exhaust was dragging. No, don't do that. So in like half an hour, I have to fix that. Okay. Well, if you can't hang around, you go ahead, buddy. Don't, might ought to get that fixed. Get you a piece of wire and some pliers, and if nothing else, do a temporary type of deal. Hi, Linda. Okay, thank you. Cooking dinner awful early, but uh, I, I understand. Trying to get it done. That's good. Thank you, Linda, for giving us a like and a wave there. Appreciate that. Still got one. My thing is showing me there's one person in chat. That can't be right. Sometimes I think YouTube lies to me. Oh, now all of a sudden there's 3 in here. Okay. What you cooking, Landa, if you're still there? What we're going to have to eat? You going to send me some? I started a little bit early, so that may be what her problem is. I was anxious. What's up, Hidden? I can't stay, still working, out of class. Okay, well, I appreciate you, Hidden. Just leave us a thumbs up on the way out. I would appreciate that. All right, yeah, I suppose it is 4:15 there. Hot wings and veggies. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's 3 something here, so. So yeah, I forget about the old time change. Sorry, Linda. I'm on Central Time, so it's different for everybody. It's weird when I really start thinking about it, because when it's been dark here for 3 hours, California still has daylight. It's weird. All right, buddy, later. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But then again, I guess when we're up and rolling, cooking breakfast and all that, they're still in the bed. So I guess it all works out. The good Lord knows what He's doing. That's a fact. Picked up this little bill here yesterday. This is a Civil War year. This is 1862 fractional note. State of North Carolina. Pretty cool. 10 cents. Now, I know with U.S. currency, the smaller the amount of money, the smaller the bill. But it seems to be the opposite with Mexican money, because I've got a big, huge Mexican bill that's worth 5 cents, and it's gigantic. Oh, yeah. It's getting pretty close, by 7:30, something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. But, the fall or the autumn equinox will be here soon, so from that point on, the days are just going to get shorter. I believe it's just a couple days away. Hey, War. Good to see War in the house. Appreciate the wave. How you doing? Yeah, that's big for 10 cents. I ain't kidding. You see this one I got? It's a 5 centavos, which basically means a nickel. And it's bigger than this one here. Or it's as big or bigger. And it's from Mexico. Who that popped in there? Jorms, Joe, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ace Bullion, hello. I know that's who that is. I see the picture. Johnny Miss. Hello, John. Appreciate you popping in there. So we got a few popping in. We got 7 in here now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what's been going on with y'all? I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. When I ask you what's going on with you, I don't want to know what the news is, because trust me, I get plenty of that. John R. M. S. aka. Okay. Gotcha. Appreciate it. I'm legally blind, so sometimes my eyes play funny games with me. Inhale too much drywall. I'm hacking a lung up. Yep. I do that too every now and then. Typically, if I get real hot, whether it's inside the house or outside, if I get real hot, I start coughing real bad. I don't know why that is. I guess it just it, I don't know. It makes my condition a little worse. It seems like, when you get over 50, you just keep a cough, all the time. Or you need to wear a mask. Yeah, that's good too. Personal protective equipment, PPE would be good. It might help you, but sometimes not even that works. In my younger days, y'all, I worked in a body shop and I did a lot of sanding and priming and painting. And I was wearing the charcoal filters and everything like I was supposed to, and I still had really, really bad nosebleeds. I mean, they scared my mom, they scared my dad, they thought I was going to bleed out. I ended up having to change jobs because every time I had one of those gusher nosebleeds, they didn't know if I was going to be able to get it stopped or not. So I had to give up doing auto body work, and I had to be away from the sanding and the priming and painting cars and stuff. So yeah, something like a gas mask or, yep. Little lawn prepper. Hello, hello, hello. Hindsight 2020, yep. I've got a lot of hearing loss in one of my ears. It's in my left ear. And I ran a turret punch press. It's like a little, basically think of it like a cookie cutter, but you're not cutting through dough, you're cutting through, cold rolled steel, 1/8 plates. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, I wore the hearing protection they provided, but it wasn't enough, and I still ended up with hearing loss in my left ear because of that stupid machine. It was a turret punch press. It's computer numerically controlled, and it had a turret with all different dies on it, and it would spin them around, pick the die it wanted, and then start just boom, 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 cutting out stuff on the metal sheet. Very loud machine. Scrap metal racing. Crack kills to make sure you pull up your drawers, right? Tour drawers, whatever. Okay. Just some sanding, wouldn't have thought any problem. Yeah, sanding and dust, and I was wearing a lot. Most of the people where I used to work would just wear the dust mask. I was wearing the charcoal filters, and it still didn't help me. I don't know. I ended up having to change jobs. I had went to trade school to work on cars, to do painting and painting body on cars. And after going to a 2-year trade school to do that, 8 years later, I had to quit and start doing something else because of my health. I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm getting old too, brother. I don't know. You may be older than I am, but I'm 56. So I can officially say I'm on the hill. I don't know that I'm over it yet, but I'm definitely on the hill. So I'm officially a senior citizen. I think that happens when you're 55. So yep, it is what it is. Got you by 2 years. Yeah, you got me by 2 years. Let's see here. These bills on, and I decided to do a different type of setup today. I wanted to do some bills since I got those 2 new bills yesterday, but didn't leave much room for coins. They use something similar in clothing manufacturing to cut collars, pockets, and such. The dies like heavy duty cookie cutter. They could cut through many layers of fabric. Well, basically it's the same thing, except I was cutting through plate steel, like 1 inch, or not 1 inch, but like 1/8 inch, 3/16 inch plate steel, just cutting out parts. And then, all the parts would obviously be welded together to make something. The company I worked at where I ran that machine, we made those crash barriers and stuff that you see on the side of the interstate, like, you know, a crash cushion and all that. That's what they made. They made safety equipment for highways and stuff. So, anyway, different kangaroo. What you mean, different kangaroo? I don't have a kangaroo on there. You talking about this one? This is the Perth Mint 125th anniversary round or coin. I guess it's a coin. It's got the koala, the kangaroo, and the kookaburra on it. And since I collect kookaburras, it had a kookaburra on it, so I had to pick it up. This is the Perth Mint 125th anniversary coin. It's got the years on it and all that stuff. The Perth Mint, the years on it. So that's what that is. And I believe they did another one earlier too. It like maybe in like at 100 years or something. Haven't seen that before. Okay. Yeah, I used to have two of those, and ended up when I did my last trade for gold, I ended up giving one of them up to pick up some gold. I had bought two. The plan was I was gonna keep one for myself and wait till they go up in price, and then, you know, flip it and make some money off of it. But I needed an extra ounce to pay for my gold, so it had to go. Okay, Linda, thank you. Enjoy your dinner, hon. So we got 6 people and 6 likes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can't expect much more than that. Later, Linda. Let me get me a drink of water here, y'all. So, I know most of you probably live north of me. It's been hot down here. It's been 90s, 92. It was 92 or 93 yesterday. We did have a cooler spell there for about 2 or 3 weeks, and it was nice. It felt like fall, but you know, and we do have leaves falling off the trees. I think they're not really changing colors. They're just kind of dying because we're in a drought. So we ain't had much rain here in about the last 2 months. And with all this heat and no rain, that's what happens. 77 in Cleveland. Wow, yeah, I would love a 77. If I'm lucky, we'll get 77 in the morning when I wake up, you know, something like that. Well, you know, it's usually 65, 67, something like that, and when I wake up. But as soon as that sun pops over this mountain behind me, man, it gets hot pretty quick. The big ball of fire. Hey, Tim, how are you? Good to see you. How you been doing this week? Hope you're doing okay. I've been having some issues with my hip. I don't, many of you may know, or you may not, but during the whole COVID fiasco, I broke my leg. I broke both bones on the same leg. And they fixed me up. I got a metal rod inside my leg, and so I'm fixed up. I can walk okay, but I guess the way I'm walking on it, because of the injuries and all that's in it, it's making my hip pop out. I can take a couple steps and be fine, and all of a sudden that hip pops out, and it hurts like the dickens. So I'm probably looking at some sort of hip surgery within the next 2 or 3 years. It ain't gotten to the debilitating stage yet, but I can tell it's probably on its way there. But I could walk 50 feet and be fine. All of a sudden that thing pop out and it hurts bad. We had a little cool snap too, but it's back in the 80s, low 90s. Dry as a bone. Yep, that's the way it is here. I don't think it's a muscle. I think it's I don't know, it could be. But whatever it is, it hurts when it happens. But if I can take my hand and put pressure there, it quits. So I'm thinking it's a bone. It's that hip bone popping out of the socket. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I have no idea. But my next doctor's appointment, I'll definitely be having to bring that up. So, I thought I would ask y'all some coin questions here, just for, no giveaways, but just for bragging rights, see who knows their coins. As I was flipping up a half cent yesterday, one of the new ones I got in that video yesterday, I got to noticing how close it was in size to your average quarter. It might be meanness coming out. That's true. Little long prepper, you might be on something there, bud. That's what it is. I've got the bad leg, and I do favor it probably. But it seemed like if that's what it was, it would be the hip. It would be the hip on the good leg side if I was favoring. I don't know, but that's probably because even my sister asked that. She said, "Is that on your bad leg?" I said, "Yep." She said, "Yep." It's involved with that. You're favoring it or something. So yeah, that's probably what it is. So I got a few little coin history questions here. Which is larger in diameter, a half cent or a quarter? They're very close. Like I was saying, I was flipping up at half cent yesterday. They're very close in size. So what do y'all think? Give me your guesses. Which is bigger, a half cent or a quarter in diameter? You probably, yeah. Okay, I done read that. I see no guesses. Would you think that the half cent is larger or the quarter is larger? Alright, Ward's on the board with half cent. Little on Prepper's on the board with half cent. Any others care to take a guess before I reveal the answer? A 1958 seated dime, supposedly AU58, they wanted 25. I almost bought it. If it was an AU58, it would cost more than that, I'm pretty sure. Don't drink Kool-Aid. Hello, hello. Didn't see you come in there. Sorry about that. Did he come in? It's like you come in the middle of a conversation there. If it was AU58, was it slabbed? It probably wasn't if they wanted 25 for it. Anyhow, the answer to this question I just asked is a quarter. A quarter is 1 millimeter bigger than a half cent. Because I put them, when I had that one out of the flip, not slabbed, okay, gotcha. So, quarter's bigger in diameter, but barely. Alright, y'all ready for another one? Let's go. What nickel was minted before the shield nickel? Millimeter, yep, 1 millimeter. A quarter's 1 millimeter bigger, yep. What nickel was minted before the shield nickel? Any guesses? Any guesses? 1858. Oh wow, that's a good price. Monticello, alright. That'd be the Jefferson nickel. Hey Jeff Rubin, welcome on in. I just asked a coin trivia question, I guess, of types. What nickel was minted before the shield nickel? Alright. Nobody else is going to answer. There was none before the shield nickel. There was none. Shield nickel was the first nickel ever minted. The shield cent, I think, is what Little Old Prepper's thinking of. The shield cent, maybe. But yeah. I know. Y'all not having fun. Jeff, what you been stacking or collecting over there? Tell us about it. Was it a half dime, a nickel? No, the half dime was a silver piece. The Seated Liberty half dime was a silver. And I believe it was probably 75-25. 75% silver, 25% nickel. There's a 3-cent nickel, but there's also a 3-cent dime. I have both now. I got the silver one yesterday. So, yeah, let's ask another question. Why not? What does the AG in AG47 stand for? Anybody know? What does the AG in AG47 stand for? I have seen some that weren't minted by the U.S. They were volunteer, what do you call it, volunteer mintages or whatever, like stores used them. Like a token for a store or something. I've seen those kind. Oh, good. I thought the new nickel might have a shield. I haven't looked at them too closely. We're still on the Jefferson nickel, but they've changed the design up a little bit, but we're still on the Jefferson nickel, the Lone Prepper. Collecting buffalo, just generic round. That generic weight, that's good to have. All good is what it stands for. Argentium. Never noticed on a Canadian silver coin it says Argent Pure Argentium. That's what AG and AG47 stands for. Argentium. All good? Not quite. What year was the first 2-cent piece minted? What year? I'll give you a hint. It was during the Civil War. What year was the first 2-cent piece minted? See no answers coming forth. Somebody's Googling it probably. 5 people in the chat, 12 likes. I like it. Nobody said nothing. Y'all still with me? Somebody type something. Am I still alive? Boom! Look at Little Lone Prepper. She Googled it. 1864 is correct. Now, Little Lone Prepper, for bonus points, this is a part B question. For bonus points, Little Lone Prepper, what were the 2 varieties of that year? There was 2 different types of 2-cent pieces. What were those? She's on that Google machine. No Google, just the clue. Okay, got it. Well, you got it. Why do they make paper fractional currency in the United States? Because nobody could afford a dollar back in them days. When people made, they probably made 25 cents a week, if that. Anyway, I'll answer this for a Little Lone Prepper. You had the large motto and the small motto. Heavy coins, war. You crack me up. But I don't know for a fact, but I'm guessing it's because nobody could afford to break a dollar, or a dollar was like almost half a year's pay or something like that. So I figured that's probably why. I might have to look that up myself. Heavy coins. I imagine you carrying around a pocket of large cents and 2-cent pieces and 3-cent nickels or whatever. Yeah, they probably were heavy. I don't doubt that a bit. All right, you have to think of the context back in them days, back in 1862 or whatever. People didn't even make a dollar a week, unless you were uppity, unless you were one of them educated folks, like a banker or something like that. What was the third half-dollar coin ever minted? What was the third half-dollar coin ever minted? Turn the Civil War, people. Turn the Civil War, people. Hoarded silver. They didn't know what side was going to win. That's true, too. Yep. So the United States and Canada made paper fractional currency. That makes sense. Yep. That makes sense. Paper denominations may not as common. Probably weren't. Or that makes sense to me. What was that question I just asked? I forgot. What was the third half-dollar coin ever minted by the U.S. Mint? Anybody know the third one? All right. Nobody. You ain't even gonna guess. Come on now. Incorrect. Not the Benji. I think Benji's probably the sixth one. So it was the Cat Bust $50. The Cat Bust $50 was the third one. The Flowing Hair $50 was the very first. Then you had the Drape Bust, then the Cat Bust. That's the top three. And that was before they started all the commemorative halves too. So the Benji's way on down the list on that one. But it was a good guess. Benji is a $50, so I give you that. Points for that. 31 minutes in, 4 in chat. Boy. Seemed like I remember 29 people in here one day. Metal for breakfast. What's up? That's a cool dollar bill. Thank you, sir. South Carolina, 1872. I got this. 1872, South Carolina. This is after the war, obviously. And it says right here, revenue bond scrip. Not script with a T, but scrip. So, I don't know what revenue bond scrip is, but it's a cool looking note anyway. I thought it was. And then on the back, I'll show you that. $1. Pretty cool. $1. Pretty artistic. I like these old bills. They really look pretty cool. But this one's in like BU shape. It's really good. No folds at all. Really nice shape. And it cost me like $80. So, and if it was graded, it would probably be $200 or something like that. So yeah. That's why I don't buy graded stuff. That right there is a horse blanket, my good friend. I think. No, it's not. I have some, but they're Mexican. Let's see. This is a regular size 10. Is this a horse blanket? That is a horse blanket right there. Even on the bottom, that is a horse blanket. See how much bigger it is? Look, that is a horse blanket right there. Yay! So, that would be considered a horse blanket. I thought that was, but I had to check. Cool. Them old Southerners couldn't spell. I'm kidding. No, I was wondering that myself. It could be. It could be they meant script and somebody wrote script on there. Script. I don't know. So, I gotta Google it. Thank you, Amy. Good to see you in the house. Hope you're doing good today. So yeah, that is a horse blanket, and I have another one. It's a Confederate States of America. It is a horse blanket as well. Let me weight this tripod down with something different here. Let me find it here. Where'd it go? Here it is right here. That and there's a horse blanket as well. Confederate States of America, $10, Richmond, Virginia. I just got some sort of ding dong going on my phone there, sorry y'all. So yeah. So I guess officially I got 3, but one's a Mexican. It's a 5 Salvos from the state of Chihuahua, Mexico. And it's ginormous. It's a horse blanket as well. English language is a mix of many languages. That's true. Very true. Thank you, Metal. In 1923 dollar bill is called a horse blank. Some Southerner probably added the ET on there. It's a horse blanket. Horse blank. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, a lot of these Southern sayings, they stem from somebody saying one thing, and then it turned into something else. Like they were talking about this on the radio this morning. Hobnobbing. Y'all know what hobnobbing means? Hanging out with the rich people, brown nosing, whatever. Well, the actual term was habnabbing, and we turned it into hobnobbing. So, yeah. The English term was habnabbing, and that meant having a tea party or some, social event. Habnabbing. Jeff Rubin, the ones that are oversized bills. Yep. Horse blankets. I don't know why they called them that, but I know they're referred to as horse blanket bills. Horse blanket notes. Yep. One of these days, one of my want to get coins is a seated dollar. I don't have one yet. I like the seated design, but this one's in pretty nice shape. But most of them you find are just in horrible shape. Because, they've been around for 150 years. That one's really nice. I like it. VF25. Pretty good for a coin that's over 100 years old. Fun fact, butterfly was flutterby. I would not doubt that. It makes sense. Flutterby. My dad is a quarter Cherokee, and his grandma's full-blood Cherokee. And some of their lore is they call butterflies flying flowers for some reason. That's something that was taught to me young. It's a flying flower. I don't know. What year is that $10 bill? This is a national currency piece right here. Let me see. 1929. Right here it says series of 1929, if y'all can read that. I believe that's what that says. Bought this at the fun show. It's in horrible shape. You see the big, the big fold right down the middle of it. It's got, it's not a fine or nothing. It's probably a poor shape condition, but I got it cheap. Oh, you can really see the fold on this side. Look at that. It's horrible. It was just folded up, wadded up. But it's still cool. It just reeks coolness, no matter what shape it's in. I think it reeks coolness. So that's before they started calling them Federal Reserve notes. This is U.S. national currency. And don't ask me what. I guess it was. These are before the Federal Reserve come to be, and they really started screwing us hard after the Federal Reserve came in. So, crown. All right. I want that crown, boy. Oh, y'all are fighting that stupid mess. That's some of the stupidest YouTube's ever done, if you ask me. Whatever. I love y'all. It don't matter if you got a crown or not. I like and appreciate all of you. A drink of water. We'll have another question here. Let's see. I got another two-parter question, and we'll be done with the questions. Still a nice bill. Can I see the back? Yeah. You talking about this 10? Surely. That's the back right there. Unfortunate JFK happens. What? Yeah. Come back, chat. JFK happens, so the Fed continues, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I believe he was going to shut it down. I believe you're right. Love the car. What car? Is there a car on that? I don't know what y'all talking about. That's the back of it. Sorry, I wasn't holding it still. Yeah. Slide that back down in there. Jeff and War, it's not important, and that's why I turned my crown off. Yeah. I don't like. I turned it off on mine too, Amy. I didn't care nothing about it. Okay. Well, you and War just have at it. It's fun. Okay. It's really aggravating. Like 9 o'clock rolls around, my time, obviously. I want to go over there and see what's going on at Michael Stacking, and people are just the whole chat's talking about who's got number one. It's just there's better things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's my piece on it. But anyway, I don't know. Could you turn the crown off? Yes, you can. Yeah, I've turned it off. Amy's turned it off. I forget how you do it, but has something to do. You have to go in where the memberships are and look for some sort of thing, some sort of setting to turn it off. Alright, one more question here. Oh yeah, I'm about to show you the answer. Whoa, now. What was the first gold coin ever minted by the U.S. Mint? What was it called? What was the first gold coin the U.S. Mint ever minted? What was it called? Laughing out loud. Yeah, I know. I about messed up. I wish your stupid chat would stay up. We use a word here, choir, pronounced choir, although it's choir. That's about how we say it too. Never spelled it that way. Y'all are a queer choir. Oh no, that's not what that means. A pimmy? A pimmy? Nope. What was the first gold coin the U.S. Mint ever minted? What was the name of it? It was the... Nobody knows. Alright, good. I don't like easy questions. Was it a $20 piece? Was it a $2? A $5 Indian? Come on, guesses? No. It was the Liberty Head gold dollar. Pilgrim? No. And part B was what year? I'll give you that since nobody cares. 1849. Liberty Head gold dollar, 1849. That was the first one there. I'm done with those questions. Okay. Yeah. I knew what you meant. I was having fun with you, Tim. You put Pimmy, I said Pimmy. I don't know, $20 gold piece. Nope. It was just a dollar coin. Liberty Head dollar. What some might call a classic head, I guess. I don't know. 19 likes, 7 in the chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. So what do y'all want to talk about? What you been, I know Jeff's been buying some buffaloes. What y'all been up to? Besides hanging around the YouTube machine here. Or is there something you want to talk about? Or do you have questions for me that I probably don't know the answer to? I'm good. We'll do it all. Bring up a topic. We'll talk about it. Let's see here. If I could go back in time. I'm back. If I could go back in time, I'd go bring back a pocket full of those. Right? Sure. If we only knew. You know, when I was 22, 23, I had a pocket full of Confederate money. Because I was working security at a flea market. And there was a guy there. He was always selling those old Confederate notes. And I'd pick one up every weekend because it was a weekend job. It was just a part-time job, you know, in addition to my 40-hour-a-week job, which was not in security. Uh, so I'd walk by there and buy one of those bills every time I worked at flea market. You know, I was security for a flea market, and I buy one at $2, $3 a piece because you know nobody really. I guess people collected them, but they just weren't worth much. And I had a handful of them. I mean, a big fistful of them. And I ended up selling them. And I wish I had kept them now because they're expensive to buy now, boy. Any legendary lost treasures by you? That was my legendary lost treasure. That I just told that story. Do you have any more old American paper currency? Yes, I do. Let me find it here. I have a $20 gold or legal tender note. Look, it's an Alabama fractional note. It's a copy, though. Somebody sent me a copy of one. See right there? It says copy on it. I stuck it in here because it was the first one I had, even though it's not real. I've got, well, I might as well just show you all of them. I'm going to start right here. Let's see if we can't do this. I don't know how this is going to work. I got a bunch of blue seal notes. I got some regular green seals in here too. They're just star notes. I'll throw them in here. Blue seal, silver shirts. Silver shirt on that side too. That's where I took one of these notes that are on the table out. More blue seal. I got plenty of silver certificates. And I go to the $2. This is the first year of issue. Somebody stamped it at the post office and had it stamped the date that the date that the $2 bill came out. This edition, not the red seal. Then we got red seal $2 bills. Hang on, chat. I'll read you in just a second. I'm gonna go through these for Jeff. And then more $2 red seals, and the old $5 green seal before they changed the design on the 5. I got that one in a bank. And then I got a $5 blue seal, silver shirt, and then I got a $5 red seal. So, and then we got a blank page because I took that one out because it's on the table. This is the 1928 $20 gold certificate. It's not like a regular gold certificate. It's gold or lawful tender. See if I can get that where y'all can read it right there. So it's a gold or lawful tender note is what these are called. Redeemable in gold on demand. So, or lawful tender. So this is kind of when we were going from precious metals to paper stuff. It was that time in between where the bank would take both or give both. So you could get this in paper money or in gold. And why would you not take it in gold? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And then this is that Confederate note I showed you earlier. Confederate States of America. And then all these are world notes here. I think this is Ecuador. And then here's one over here from somewhere. Central Republic of Argentina, I believe is what that is. And then here's a Peruvian note, a little fractional. Diaz. I think that's a 10-cent note. There's that big one I was telling y'all about, the 5 pesos. That's a horse blanket from Mexico. And then this is a little note from Somalia, I think. Somaliland. I pick all these up on Whatnot. This is a Venezuela, I think, or somebody. Bolivares. Venezuela, yep. And then we go to goldbacks. So everything past that point is just goldbacks. Alright, get that out of the way. Let me run back up here and read the chat. Run back up here. If I could get back in time. Alright, here we go. I'm the proud owner of 3 copper rounds, 2 buffaloes, 2 star notes, awesome, 3 silver dimes, and a 1956 penny. Oh, wee. Sweet, Tim. It's the beginnings of a great collection, buddy. I've been thinking about doing some metal detecting, but it's still a little too hot. Yeah, that's why I haven't started really yet either. I'm house sitting at my sister's, and her house is about 150 years old. Wow. Yeah, that'd be a good place to metal detect for sure. But yeah, I'm with you. It's still too hot to be digging around. Good for you, Tim. Supposedly lost Confederate gold buried on bank of Grand River. Yes, by me. That's pretty funny. The biggest gold loss was the Lost Dutchman mine. Yep, probably. In 1928, you can buy a $1 bill, $2 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, or $20 bill. Yep, I believe that is correct. There used to be a saying about $3 bills and odd people, but I won't bring that up. I like the funny back bill the most. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I've had the opportunity to buy 2, but they were more than, they cost more than how much money I had at the time. In 1928, Mom was 4 years old. Laughing out loud. I guess we're caught up. All right, awesome. Very cool. So yeah, those are the notes that I have thus far. The ones on the table and the ones in the book I showed you. Then I got a bunch of goldbacks all over from Florida. I don't have any Oklahoma goldbacks yet. I don't really stack goldbacks, but I was there at the fun show when the Florida goldbacks came out the very first day. And so I caved in and bought some, but don't really stack goldbacks. I stack these right here instead. 1/4 ounce maples and or Stand Liberty coins, whatever. Laughing out loud. What you laughing about, Jeff? I believe the reason why I couldn't afford the funny backs, they were graded. They were really nice shape. They were PPQ or premium paper quality, and they were out of my price range, so I didn't buy them. I'm seriously thinking about grading this one because it's in great shape. No folds in it at all, so I may grade that one day. Purdy maple, I want one. Oh, okay. I got a silver one over here I'll give you. No, not really. I got 4 of these, actually. 4 of these, and I got a 2016 Standing Liberty 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce is the perfect size. It's well, until gold gets to be 5,000, then I guess I'll have to go down to the 1/10 or the 1/20 by then. But I bought this one. This has got the Queen's year of reign, her death, and birth dates and stuff on it. If I can get it to focus here. Come on, dude. Focus. You can do it. Anyway, I got 4 1/4 ounce gold maples, and I got that Standing Liberty coin. Standing Liberty commemorative. 4 in chat. I must be losing y'all. Sorry about that. I got multiples of funny backs if you want to do a trade. Depends on what you're going to trade for. You got a red seal too? I'll try red seal too for it. I'm not giving up my national currency, and I'm not giving up that $20 bill, so you can hang that up. I need one of these because these were high dollar. I know the funny backs and can be worth a lot too, though. Need to make some dough first. Gotcha. Yep. This one here, when I bought it, I could pull it up and show you on moneymetals.com under my account. Gold was 1,850 something an ounce when I bought this. It was a little over 500 bucks, and it's bumping 1,000 now, just about. It's like 920 something. It's close. So I will say I have made good comeback on that gold piece right there. The other gold I have, I've traded silver for. Yep, nice timing. Yeah, I'll do a trade with you for something, but yeah, there's certain things I'm not gonna give up. Even this one in really bad shape, I give 75 bucks for that thing. The $20 bill, the gold or lawful money bill, Kansas Kid gave that to me for Christmas. So, I don't know, we'll work out something if you want to. Sorry, let me take a drink. Throat's getting dry. I do like my kookaburras. What are you saying? Started late 22. Yeah. Well, it's this is a 2023. I bought this in 2023 and it was 1850, an ounce back then. Cuz this has got this is the year she died, and it's got her death date on it. So it was late 2023 when I bought that. Okay, Jeff, I'll do it. That's cool. Yeah, I like it. I like the paper currency. It's I think it's cool, especially interested in Southern things, of course, because of my lineage. I'm come from Confederate soldier in my family's history, so my 3 times great granddad was a private in the Georgia Army, Company K. 7 people in. All right, cool. What else y'all want to talk about? I can show you the half cent I got yesterday. It's a pretty one. Half cent, 1851. Look at the deets on this thing, y'all. That is a nice half cent right there. It's even got a little red on it. There is a problem with it, though. I didn't notice it till yesterday. It's got a big gouge in it somewhere. Like, it's going to be hard to see under this stupid thing. But if I try to grade it, they're probably going to knock it down a grade. It's got XF details, but they're probably going to knock it back on kind of a little, it's got a real deep scratch in it, or whatever you call it, so. It's more of a gouge than a scratch, really, but what are y'all saying here? If you find the bill from 1988, the printing process was different. They're very collectible. Cool. 1988. I've actually got a $1 bill. I have a bar note, so I do have that, but one of these $1 bills is from 1969. There's a 2013. Let me find it. Get my, what does that say? Yep, 1969 right there. And it's a star note right here. 1969 star note. I put a $5 face value on it because it's just a regular dollar, but check the date out. 1969. I found that in my pocket money one day. And I went to the Star Note lookup site. You can't look up bills that old. So, I really have no idea what it's worth. I just give it $5 because I didn't really know. If we only knew. I worked at the pawn shop in the 20s, 90s. Let me reread that. I worked at a pawn shop in the 90s. Gold was 14. I think you mean 1400 there. Is what we sold it for. Yep, if you only knew, that's right. If we only knew. Nose by the nose. 1988. I'll look out for those. I may find one. What is so collectible about them? Just are they low serial numbers or radars or what? Just a lot of big market for it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to study up on all that. Hey, Trumpy, look at what I did with your Trump thing. I put it on my slab. Yeehaw! SEstkr life. He looks good in that blue coming out of that box there like that. Pretty awesome. Thanks for the stickers, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Southeast. Do you stack weight at all? Yes, I do. I haven't since I did my last gold trade. I'm kind of waiting on the price to go down, but it may not go down. Maybe I should capitalize on regular bullion. I mean, I've got kooks plenty. I'm trying to work on those. Those backdated kooks, the way I figure, here's these other gold pieces right here. But the way I figure, backdated kook's gonna be expensive anyway, and so I might as well just, if the price of silver is that close to a backdated kook price, then I might as well just buy those. So that's kind of been my thinking. But yeah, I mean, I got some silver eagles. I got a bunch of half dollars. I got a bunch of 90%. I got some Canadian maple leaves. I got some of these. That's a 2024 there. Yeah, I stack for some weight. I mean, obviously, I've got some half-ounce Canadian bullion pieces there. Eagles, whatever. I don't have any capsules that fits them exactly. I got the big 5-ounce Scottsdale piece, 5-ouncer. I got a 2-ounce lunar snake. Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff that's not numismatic. Well, these purse pieces, I guess you can all see me numy, but 2-ounce, one of those. And then I got a lunar dog, and yeah, I got some bullion. But this bullion that I have is something I wasn't willing to get rid of when I did my gold trade. So, and I've got a bunch of raw Morgan dollars and raw peach dollars and 90%. The Scotty 5-ounce. You like that, Emerald Coast? I hear you, buddy. I like it too. That's why I bought it. $14 a gram. Okay, we bought it at $7 a pennyweight. Wow. Yeah. Emerald Coast SEstkr. Good evening. I'm glad you got rid of that other name. I understand why you had it. and all, since you were the victor. But yeah, I got tired of saying "footballs" all the time. So yeah. Let's take a closer look at that 5-ounce Scottsdale. I tried to convince you to trade for that Scottsdale 5-ounce. No look. I'm keeping the Rifleman round, y'all. That ain't happening. Where's it at? The 5-ounce Rifleman. The Cowboy round was cool, and I was tempted to buy it. When they throw that rifle on lever action, I'm like, yeah, I might have to get me one of them. So I bought me a 5-ouncer. Ain't it glorious, Emerald? Ain't it glorious? Pretty. I like how they cut these little facets on there like jewels. They just pop. Flash when you change it in the light. Pretty. I like it. I like the design. I wouldn't mind having a few Cowboy rounds too, but I think prices probably done going up on them a good bit, I'm guessing, but I don't know. I like that design. When they threw I'm a big 2A guy. When they threw the rifle on there, I'm like, okay, you got me, Scottsdale. I gotta have one of those. So yeah, it's very cool. Scotty does it again. Yep. I opened up an email from Scottsdale Bank because I get emails from all these bullion companies want me to buy stuff. And I opened up the email and saw that piece. And I'm like, yes, I want one. Of course, they had them in 1-ounce too, but yeah, I really like those. They're real pretty. Yeah. I like that. Scottsdale does a lot of cool religious coins, Jesus coins, and stuff like that, which I think are awesome, but I don't get them because, SHTF in-game playing, maybe people ain't going to want our Jesus coins. That's why I don't buy them. Because, that and they're expensive. But this is expensive too. I just bought it because I loved it. I fell in love with this bad boy right here, so had to have it. It reminded me of the Old West. The old 30-30 lever action, The old Winchester. Any idea what they're planning after? I don't know. I've been wondering that myself. I've been trying to stay tuned to what they're gonna come out with next. I got excited about the whole Commander series. I thought maybe they'll do, like Robert E. Lee, but obviously they're not yet. So, because Robert E. Lee was a great commander. I mean, so was George Washington. I think George Washington should be a commander coin, but anyway, that's my opinion on that. But I have no idea what they're gonna do. But trust me, if I fall in love with it, I will buy it. Hopefully not the Protester. Oh my God. You're talking about just ruining a series. That would ruin it for sure. Unless it's a Protester getting ran over by a dump truck or something like that. That might be into that too. Forgive me, Lord, but yeah. I mean, if it's called the Protester and the Protesters are getting ran over by a dump truck, I probably would like that, He was class act. He also released his slaves before the war, too. Not a lot of people don't know that. Silver Sleuth, aloha. Good to see you. Hidden's back. Let's see. SEstkr. I'm still looking for a top set dance go for you, and then I'll find one, man. No problem. I'm broke right now, so take your time, brother. So yeah, we were talking about the Cowboy series of rounds, and was wondering what they was going to come up with next. I have no idea. He also married the Washington family. Yeah, he was Killdozer round. Oh, that's cool. Killdozer. I like that. I got a couple of Don't Tread on Me rounds, but this 2-ounce snake doesn't say it, but you know, that's what it reminds me of. No, step on me, I'll bite your ass. Whatever. Yeah, that's a 2-ouncer there. I like it. I watch a lot of guys who live in Australia, and they obviously get these. They get to show these coins before they're even released in America. And I watched a channel called Seven, just Seven, Seven, and he lives in Australia, and he unveiled that, and I'm like, ooh, that is a cool design. Not really big into the lunar stuff, but that was just a cool coin, so I had to get that one. Let's see. I have a bar of copper. Best way to buy it. Yep. The best way to buy it is scrap wire and stuff. I got a lot of that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Oh God, that's heavy. Well, there's some bars in here too. But that right there, scrap wire. There's some bars in there too, some big bars in there. But scrap copper wire is a good way to get it. You may have to work a little bit for it, but that's a good way to do it too. It's the cheapest way. Disgusting that they buried the Confederate soldiers. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, they buried Lee and his soldiers in Lee's backyard. For those who don't know, Arlington National Cemetery was where Robert E. Lee lived. That's where his residence was. And like to shame him or whatever, they buried all the soldiers that died, for the Confederacy. And, a lot of them, not all of them, obviously, because a lot of them are lost graves, but they buried a bunch of dead soldiers out there in front of his house. And it became Arlington National Cemetery, for those who don't know. That is Robert E. Lee's Virginia residence. It has element sign on it. Less than copper. Bars, you say? Oh yeah, Emerald's all about them bars. Yeah. My bars are from Liberty Copper. I got some of these right here. Some of the dope red on me from Liberty Copper. That's a pound of copper there. I did some of these. It's not the best way to buy copper, but because you will pay for it when you buy stuff like this. But there was a coolness factor to it, and it was cheap enough I could afford it at the time, so I bought some. I got some of these 1-pounders. I got some half-pounders, and I got a bunch of 5-ouncers too. Let's see if I can pull some of these out. Oh my! I pulled up some wire over that one. So here's a half-pounder one again, all the same design, just half pound, just smaller. And here's a Statue of Liberty 5-ounce bar. And I won a lot of these 5-ounce bars from Cajun Bullion when he did his giveaway. So that's where I got some of these bars I got for free. The 1-pounder and the half-pounders I paid for myself, dude. I love it too, Hidden. I love it too. It's in great shape, buddy. There's not a fold on this dollar anywhere. Just note, I mean. There ain't a fold on that thing anywhere. I'm thinking of getting it graded. I believe it would get EQ or whatever it is they call it, premium paper quality. That thing is a Bobby Dazzler, and it's a horse blanket too, which I really think is cool. Horse blanket are cool. Yeah, I decided to add some of those to my little display today. It's cool, man. Oh yeah, Cajun Jim's a good dude, no doubt about it. Uh, you don't hear much from him anymore as far as like regular videos, but I know he's busy. He pours, copper and silver all the time, so I imagine his copper and silver business has got him going pretty good. Staying pretty busy, I guess. So, yep. I like me some currency. I like me some coins. That's my problem, is I kind of like it all, I kind of like it all. That is my issue. I got too many things to collect and too few dollars to collect them with. That's the way it goes, I suppose. Yeah, it does. That bill is Bobby Dazzler. Who of it, please explain. You don't know what a Bobby Dazzler is? That's Australian terminology. Uh, like a pretty ring, a pretty gold. It's a Bobby Dazzler. That's something that some Australian on TV used to say. I can't remember if it was I don't know who it was, Crocodile Hunter or whoever it was, but I saw something they really liked, and if it was really pretty and shiny, they called it a Bobby Dazzler. It's Australians use that stuff. Instead of saying like, there you go, or that's how it was, they go, and Bob's your uncle, or some crazy stuff. I love listening to them people talk. I think it's hilarious. I'm sure I'm hilarious as well. Champagne taste on the beer budget. Yeah, that's what I got. That's exactly what my case is. Yep. That's a nice bill. I paid, I think it was $85 for it. And if that was graded, I think it would be a nice one. I mean, normally the back's where you see all the bad stuff at, but because the front's usually too busy, but I don't see a fold on that thing nowhere. I think that would be a good one to send off to PSA or somebody. Or PCGS money, whatever it's called. I forgot. No, it's not a southern term. That's something I heard some Aussie say one time. It's a Bobby Dazzler. I don't know. I can't tell you who I heard saying it, but like they would be looking at something shiny and pretty and go, "Ooh, what's a Bobby Dazzler?" It is, or something like that. It's part of that British Australian speak they do. It's a Bobby Dazzler. I picked that up from watching some Aussie on TV, I think. I will say, though, it's hotter than a 3-ball cat outside today. It's pretty hot. That's a southern term. Hotter than a 3-ball cat. What is hotter than a 3-ball cat? Nothing. If you got 3 balls, you're the cat's meow, dude. Something I heard my daddy say one time. Hotter than a jalapeno's coochie. I know Hidden loves when I talk southern slang stuff. Is anybody still here? Yep. I only got 8 in here. Oh, he's liking that one. Laugh, laugh, laugh. 8 people in the house. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. What else y'all want to see? What else you want to talk about? Doesn't matter to me. Where's my trim at? Look at this trim I picked up yesterday. This is a Type 1 trim. I didn't even know there were different types of trims, but this is obviously a Type 1. And it's probably got VG to fine details. I don't know. Pretty wore out. This is a silver 3-cent piece. I got the nickel one too. It's got that funny thing on the back. I need to look it up on the missus, see what that's supposed to be. I know what the 3 represents, obviously, but I don't know what this C-looking thing is. Kind of looks like a bass clef or something. I don't know. Weird. But, pretty weird. It's a top coin. I need one. We need your top 10 favorite sayings. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. I don't know if I can pull 10 out. It's raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock. That wasn't a storm. It was a frog strangler. Let's see. Most of them have to do with or something. But, Lord, I don't know. Those are the first 2 that come off the top of my head. Country folk, man. Welcome, set a spell. Come take a sip of sarsaparilla. I don't know. I'm lost. Some war put O in there. Yeah, I don't have 10, sorry. Milk spots. Curtis Jackson, what's going on? Hello, hello. I have a 1-ounce silver bar picked up for you that you would enjoy. I'll send it to you this week with some channel swag. Awesome. I will send you a 3rd poker chip or a 4th. I can't remember. But I'll send you a poker chip to you. We'll see if it gets there this time. I've sent you stickers and poker chips on several occasions. But we'll try it again, buddy. Do I owe you anything for this bar? I'll send you an ounce of silver or something. I've been buying below spot on eBay, holding 250 ounces. Awesome, man. Awesome. Rounds. Cool. That's awesome, Curtis. You know, I could go get plenty of ounces of silver if I want to, but the way I've been doing my gold is I'll get up about 100, maybe 75 ounces or whatever, and go trade for gold maples, you know, 1/4 ounce. And I've also got a gold, where's it at? Nope, that's a peace dollar. I got this too. I got the gold Standing Liberty 1/4 ounce 24 karat gold. I like 24 karat better. I don't know why, but I just do. So I got that 2016. I got the box, the original box, but it did not have the COA with it. So yeah, it is what it is. So I mean, I could take and turn all my gold back in. Yeah, I just you can just get them cheaper, man. I mean, anything American with an eagle on it, you're just gonna pay too much for. There's a premium on top of what it's worth. There's a premium on top, and there's a premium on these too. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't, it ain't, 5% or whatever. Do I have any fractional? What do you mean fractional? I got a 1/2 cent. Is that fractional? I got a 3-cent tribe. I don't know. You talking about fractional currency? I got a fractional note right here. 10 cents. North Carolina. Fractional. I got a fractional Mexican note as well. Oh, like 1/10. Oh, yeah. I don't have any 1/10 yet, but I will probably, as gold continues to go up, I'll probably be stacking some 1/10. I do too, buddy. This year, getting gold eagles at the pawn shop. Oh! What's going on with Stack That Gold? you're going on. Silver Sleuth said it for me. We're just hanging out. We're just doing a community hangout. That's all. Just chit chatting, shooting the breeze, chewing the fat, as we say down south. Uh, 1/10 have a higher premium. Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Fractional gold does have a high premium now, but you know, even the these are quarter ounce pieces here, obviously, but uh, the Canadian has a less premium than the Gold Eagle. Uh, I guess what it is, there's just more demand for the Gold Eagle, but I don't like was it 91% gold? I just don't like gold. It's not 24 karat. I like the other stuff. It makes it easier to weigh it, sell it, get rid of it. It's just less math, I guess, maybe. I know it's still an ounce of gold. Trust me, I know that eagles are, 1 full ounce or 1/4 ounce or whatever. But uh, you like that collection tray? I hear you, man. I got these two bills yesterday in my video yesterday. This is a horse blanket, South Carolina bill. But it says revenue bond script, like without a T. I don't know if that's a mistype or something. I have to research that. Revenue bond script. But yeah, I'm getting into the paper notes. Pretty cool. So yeah, I like them. This one's in perfect shape. There's not a fold on that anywhere, so I really like that one. I may end up grading this one. This is a fractional note. This is a Civil War issue here. It's 1862 here on it. So I really, really like that one. And then I got some national currency up here. This one's in horrible shape, but it was cheap. Look at the fold on that bad boy. Well, it's 1928, I think. Brown seal. I need one that says Alabama on it. This is a Tuckahoe, New York, whatever. I guess that's how you say that. Tuckahoe, New York. But, yeah. I just thought it was cool. I picked this up at the fun show. What's up, KP Heathen? I see you stuck in there. Or you snuck in there on me. Hello, hello. Lay that down. I just decided to add some bills to the display today. Gold and dimes are on my recent radar. Yep. Yeah, I need to get some more merc dimes. That's a fact. Kansas Kid, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Never heard of Tuckahoe, New York? It might be something they probably changed the name on. I don't know, I guess. Tuckahoe, New York. I guess I got it right. I have no idea. I'm surprised there isn't more interest in Civil War, such a fascinating and misunderstood part of history. Agreed. Agreed with that. Big time. So yeah, I used to have a bunch of Civil War notes. They weren't graded or nothing. They weren't even in really good shape, but I had a handful of them. When I used to work security, I used to work a security guard position at a flea market, and it was just a part-time job for extra money. And I'd spend part of my extra money on buying those Confederate notes from a guy at the flea market. And I had a bunch of them. I had 500s, I had 10s, 1s, whatever. I had the Confederate States, the ones that say Confederate States of America on them. And I had a bunch of the state ones too. I even had an Alabama and a Georgia one. And then, like a dummy, I think when I was 29 or almost 30 years old, I sold them just to get rid of them. Because I needed money for something. But man, I paid $2 or $3 a piece for them stupid things back in the 80s. Ah, I wish I had them now though. I went from 7 days a week to 12 hours a day, being off 5 days so far. Wow, that's weird. Okay, I appreciate it. Well, you know, when you get hard up for money, you do what you have to do. I've sold pistols and sold firearms that I wish I never sold. You know, it's just part of life, I guess. Things happen. You have to deal with it whatever way you can. You like AU and Uncle Roosevelt's. I got a Roosevelt proof over here somewhere. Proof Rosies. Uh, oh, that's in world coins. Nope, I don't want that. That's a quarter. Oh, check this booger out right here. Bada bing, bada boom. I sent one of these to Emperor Wang, and he went and got it graded. So, real nice Roosevelt proof. Shiny, shiny. I'll buy proof sets, silver proof sets, obviously, and crack them out. I don't know. I just think they're cool. You know, one day, way down the road, I may uh, get them slabbed or graded or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One day when I get rich and famous. I just picked up a 1938 dated German 98,000 all matching but the bolt. There are some great deals to be had out there. Awesome. You talking about a firearm or a coin, I guess. Those are, you say bolt, I'm thinking firearm. I don't know. Been laid up for 11 months, soon to be released. Get back to part-time pay. Awesome, Silver Sleuth. I'm glad for you, buddy. We all do that, Amy. We all listen and learn. You know, I go to Frostbites over there, and I listen and learn just like you are. So I do the same. FG Stacker's in the house. Michael Stacking's in the house. Yeah, man. Wish you the best, Silver Sleuth. Only the best for you, man. Only the best. My dad used to have Luger. Luger. Oh, Luger. Yep. Those Lugers are cool, man. The action on those is just really interesting to watch them when you're firing them. That top action on it, that arm on the top, it's very cool. You've been listening and working, Michael Steigen. Awesome. I appreciate you, buddy. I have been putting more fiat into historic firearms. You won't lose money on that. It's, you know, I have a collection of guns, but it's not necessarily a gun collection, if you know what I mean. Mine are just like, you know, home security, safety, shotguns, ARs, you know, that kind of stuff. But my dad's got a lot of old guns. He's got an old I think it's an Enfield. He's got an old U.S. Cavalry pistol, and it's a revolver, but it breaks down, the whole gun breaks down like that. And I don't know what that thing's worth, but it's an Enfield, and it's probably worth a pretty penny. Plus, he's got I picked up a Cherry P38, all matching. Very cool. Sweet. I'm going to sell off some of my Aloha shirts. I know you are. I know you are. You should be. Everybody in here should be. If you're not prepared for modern warfare, you should be. Look at our country. Look at the state of our country right now. I'm not just going to let some mental midget liberal just come shoot me. Down here we shoot back. So, you know. Somebody's starting in on me, they will get dealt with. I have Glocks and other good items. Anyway, I don't need to be talking about that. We'll get us all in trouble. Yeah, work injuries have a way of doing that, Silver Sleuth. Nest egg cache. Yep. Had to go back. I missed a few. Pew Pew is my weakest link in the commie. Hawaii. Yep. That's where you live. It is very liberal in Hawaii. There's even liberal stackers there. I know one who wouldn't even show my poker chip because of what's on it. But, whatever. I told him, whatever you want to do, man, do it. Several are predicting a major fall within the next 5 years. I don't think it's going to be that long, honestly. Get those preps in order. That's right. Like it says right here on the back of this chip. Right there. Stack and prep. Money is metals. Them ain't the only metals you need, But yeah. Stack and prep. So, yep. My camera focus gets all jacked up. By 2029, in my opinion. Yep, probably. It very well could, Silver Sleuth. Better to have it and not need it. Exactly right. Exactly right. I agree. Rocky, stop, son. Let me show you all these beautiful canines over here. There's my border collie, Rocky. There's my ammo can that my stuff came out of. Rocky! The border collie is almost 12 years old. The German Shepherd's, I think he's going on 4. He'll be 4 this year. And all of a sudden, all the dogs have to scratch. I take care of my dogs, but I don't know, something gets on them, they get irritated, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they've been in here too long, so I don't know what it is. I love my boys, though. Then need it and not to have it, yep. Those doggies are great, thank you. Oh, yeah, I would say way more than that. Way more than 30 days worth, but yeah. I mean, to get you started, yeah, definitely. I don't, so yeah, definitely, I believe in it. Most of you stackers are preppers as well. I mean, I don't, let me get my equipment out of the way. My digging stuff out of the way. But, yeah. Check that out. What? You didn't see that. Freeze dried is the way to go because it's light. But it is bulky. Alright, let's see here. What are we saying? Yo, sorry I'm late. What's up, Mr. Silver Eagle? 2.5 years, might outlive me. I was buying preps when it was a lot cheaper. I was too. Forrest is 2.5. You might outlive me. So yeah. I've got Mountain House. I've got Peak Refuel Base Camp buckets. I've got I've got what is that? Algerson Farms. I got a bunch of that stuff too. Number 10 cans. So yeah. I believe we're probably gonna need it. And I've got tons of water as well. I've got 3 IBC totes outside full of water. And I've got water storage in the house as well. I'm not going to go into what that is exactly, but I got some in here too. Oh, yeah, I am too, Silver Sleuth. Yeah, got to rotate them canned goods. Thank you, Mr. Silver Eagle. I love it too, man. It's in like perfect shape. There ain't a fold on this thing nowhere. It's really cool. deal. I really like the green ink on it. You know, some of the other ones have red or black or whatever, but this one's really cool. I like it. It's got the green on the back. Yes, that's why they call it a green. Whatever, but yeah, I like that one. It's really cool. So yeah, that's a horse blanket note. I really like it. I ate my last can of SpaghettiOs with Frank's. I hear you, boy. Yeah, sometimes, well, especially in Florida down there, the part where you live. You know, Palm Beach, some parts of Miami, whatever. Not technically the South. If you ask Floridians, they'll say South is up here next to Alabama. That's where the South is. The further down Florida you go, the less south it is, according to Floridians. I've talked to many of them. But yeah, getting along with neighbors is important. And you know, my family is my neighbors, so yeah, wish me luck with all that. But Dad's on board. But you know, he's 78 years old, so you know. But he's on board with it. He's stacking MREs and stuff like that. So 210 stacks. What's up? Oh, hi. Oh, yep. 210. Good to see you, friend. That rhymes. Pretty cool. Build the bunker yet? That is classified information, Mr. Silver Eagle. Classified information. There just might be a BOL, but I'm not going to expound on that. If you don't know what BOL is, look it up. So, go give your dog a hug. If it was still in, if it was still in Ohio, I would be adding fresh squirrel to the freezer. Oh yeah, no doubt. Squirrel season is not in yet here. Dove season, I believe, is in. If it's not in, it's about to be in. So dove season. Dove are the filet mignon of the sky. That's a quote by O.J. Robertson on Duck Dynasty. But he's right. Dove, now you have to eat like 15 of them to get full, but man, they are really good. If you grill them or whatever. Flying sandwiches, absolutely. Dove or the filet mignon. Rabbits are good eating too. Yeah, they will, yep. And, yep. There's lots of people around here raise rabbits. Waterfowl season, yep. Well, y'all, it's an hour and 44 minutes. And I'm glad everybody has finally showed up. Because it was now me and 3 people there for the longest time. So appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us today. But the dogs need to go out. I need to go. Nature's calling, that kind of thing. So I appreciate all of you. Love me some frog legs too. Frog legs are really good. Frog legs are delish. I tried rattlesnake and really didn't care for it. The texture freaked me out a little bit. I don't know, something about snake texture is not good. I didn't like it. Daddy liked it. I don't care for it. Rabbits and egg-laying hens. That's the way. That's the way to go. The jungle just ain't the same. Yeah, it's different, ain't it, Silver Sleuth? I will be on the lookout for it, and I will do a video on it, man. Appreciate you sending it. Appreciate you thinking of me, man. Okay, Hidden's got a new video. Go check out all these great channels in here, man. And, you know, hey, if you don't mind, y'all all share my channel out. I'm stuck where I'm at on subscribers. I'm really stuck hard, so share out my channel if you would. I would appreciate that. I don't normally ask for that, but if you'd share me out, it would help me out in a big way. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good one. God bless. Stay safe. Stay alert. Carry if you can. If you don't live in California or somewhere. But see y'all next week. How about that? God bless. It's SEstkr looking for the button. And I found it. Blink.